This is the 28-inch Craftsman. Comes in a box. Get this big guy out of the way. And that's what you get in there. The instructions on how to uncrate it right here on the lid. Comes with a bag, frame, mostly all put together. Discharge chute for the bagger. Also has the side discharge chute here, and looks like a bottle of oil. So another set of blades here, probably in this box. But yeah, that's it. It's a 9.5 horsepower. Briggs rates it at 10. They rated it 9.5, whatever. Once we get it done here, we'll take a better look at it. Alright, so once you get the cut one end of the box off, and boom, she just rolls right out. Pretty much already all put together. Got to raise the handlebars up, and already got the flap on it. Wheels are on it. Yeah, so we'll go from there. See where we're at. So here's what's in that box. Looks like a set of blades or star connectors, MTD. They're single edge cut here. Maybe a high lift blade with the fan. Pretty good pitch on them. I guess you use that for the bagger if you want to use the bagger setup. Kind of a peek underneath it here. We've got a good cutting edge here. These are the mulching blades. Looks almost kind of like a ninja blade from a snapper. Same kind of idea. It's got a little edge here on the back. It's got some machine oil on it from they were machined. Let's see if I can get a part number here for it. No, it's an MTD again. So I'm guessing MTD makes Craftsman now, which is not a bad deal. Or they're using MTD parts. So it's like they don't necessarily touch. There's a little bit of a gap there. Not much. When you get them real close, they don't overlap, but they do come super close together. There. So, shouldn't leave too much grass. They got a nice grass flap in the back. This is, I don't know what gauge this is. It's stamped, it's one piece. I don't see any welds or anything in it, so the front casters here are pretty good looking welds. To weld those brackets on to the actual castings. These guys, the control arms here, welded here, welded there. I don't see, I'll tip it down here in a minute so you can get a better look at the top. Height adjustment for the caster wheels. As you can see, they're in the number 1 position now, which is the very lowest, low to high. You got some rubber connectors on some of the screws here, which are nice to keep that from getting all nasty. This is the mulch plate. If you get the side discharge chute, it just pops up out of the way there. Alright, we'll take the belt cover off next and look at all that business. Alright, I got the cover off. Also took off the air filter so you can kind of see carburetor, whatnot here. So, kind of going back to the welds here, they have bead welded at the top and at the bottom here. Those joy hangers. The hangers are all welded on there. This one looks a little rough over here, but this one's good. It's welded again at the top here. So the wheel locks are interesting. Just spring mechanism there, pulls up, put it to there, and now it can turn, put it back, pull up. Gotta go down in there, locks. It is greasable. Imagine that. Sears actually did something, and they actually greased it. So there's some grease in there. We'll top it off before we do anything with it. Spindles are non-greasable. I think they're sealed. There's the CELL serial number, part number, I guess, for them if you need that. Belt. Here's the belt number 754. It's a 05106A belt. So it's just a regular V belt. No teeth. Typical Craftsman. They've used those for years. The motor, it's obviously Briggs metal carburetor, not the plastic ones. It does have the crossover link there that goes from the muffler to the choke on the carburetor, so it auto chokes until it gets warm. It'll open back up and run. It's got the Briggs & Stratton typical, sometimes better quality, I think, air filter on them. Goes in there. Real simple and easy. This guy, the nut, is actually part of the case, so kind of hard to lose that. Screws back on there. Real simple. Front exhaust didn't come with the little diverter to throw it sideways, but I'm not worried about that. Who walks in front of their standing mower? I don't know. So got braid brakes on it, which is another typical MTD Craftsman scenario. The manual blade clutch I like. I'm not a big fan of electric ones. They always tend to burn out on them. I like the manual ones. Springs look pretty strong. Looks like they're all powder coated except for this one. And inside you can kind of see there's the main drive wheel for the motor. There's two pulleys on it, one for the transmission in the back and then one for this one. This has got some internal springing on it here for the brake for the blades. That might have to go, but we'll see. There is a random thing over here. There's a bolt right here. Not sure what that's for. I'll have to lift it up again and see. So we'll take a look at the transmission next. Alright, so here we are again underneath the mower. I have it tilted up with the handle and the store position there. This plastic grass guard here, it's pretty thin. It probably will wear out after a season or two, I imagine. But we'll see. There's no bar in or anything. It's just there. But you can kind of get up here and see. Here's the V-drive for that. There's the number 754. So looks like maybe a transmission. I don't know. Look that up. It's a GT branded. Not sure what that is, but it's got a small blade clutch. Here is the cable coming in to the bracket holder there. There's a spring back here that it connects to. That puts tension on that rocker. That allows it to go. So the more you push on the handle, obviously the tighter the cable gets. Spring pulls and pulls this guy. If I can get it to, yeah, it's pretty tight. So that's the speed control portion of it. So I'm not quite sure what this black bar and large spring is. Looks like there may be an adjustment to it on the top. This is a threaded, this blue guy actually has threads on it. So it looks like you can unscrew it from the top maybe and make it adjust the speed a little bit better. So mostly all metal, and which is good. I don't see much plastic at all. There are some plastic keepers in here. I guess those are just line-up lines for the axle spacers there. So, other than that, it looks like it's a sealed transmission. I don't see any serviceable ports on there. Definitely made by GT, whoever that is. There is a ball bearing here, as you can see. So it turns this whole thing, guides it there. Alright, you can be quiet, okay? Alright, so if you're like me, I don't use the bagging system really. So what I did was I took this metal plate off. And it's a pretty substantial piece of metal, actually. It was just bolted on. It's got six, I don't know what grade they are, maybe grade 6 bolts on it. 2 in the bottom down there, and then 2 on each side there to hold it. I'll also kind of get you a better look at the back of the frame of the mower. It's, again, all welded, which to me I think is pretty good value for your money. A lot of push mowers nowadays are not really welded, they're bolted together and things. Another nice thing, of course, this is a larger mower engine from Briggs. We have an oil drain tube, which is super convenient for people like me that like to do maintenance. You just undo it, tilt it back, drain all the oil out of it, fill it up with new. There is no pressurized system. This is still a just an oil sump there in the base of the motor, but I think that's a pretty good deal for $900 from Lowe's. So again, I don't mulch. You could honestly leave this on there if you wanted to. It is some added weight. The flapper door here is plastic with a spring on it. It's got pressed on ends. Not shabby for $900, like I said. The handles are actually welded on to the pivot frame here. I'll show you how that works a little bit before I put some gas in this thing. It does have oil in it. I'm going to check and see how much. I don't think it has a whole lot in there. So you push, which releases, and you can come down to your walking position. That's as low as it goes. It does have another lower setting. Push it in and drop it down. It does go all the way down to there, which is like super low. Because if you're really short, I guess, and wanted to push it from there. It has the storage position, obviously, which is 90 degrees, like that. And then you can fold this bad boy all the way forward. Well, bam, like that. And it will fold all the way down, completely flat. So, well, there it goes. Got a little spring on it there. This is that adjustment knob I showed you for the transmission. The tension of the speed a little bit. Kind of play around with that and see how it looks. So, here is the sticker made pre-coronavirus, December 2019, which the motor sticker, let's see, when was it made? To November 2019, so pretty well close together. Gas tank is pretty big. The opening is pretty small, but whatever. So we'll fire it up and give it a try. The wiring here is actually the stop switch there on the handles. That's why it's grounded. When you ground it out, circuit interrupter there, it stops the engine. Or you could be like what I normally do. Go over here and cut the fuel line, put a turn off valve in there, and just let it run out of gas, because that way you don't have stuff sitting in your carburetor while you're not mowing. So I looked at this screw. It's just a hole, that's all it is. I think they just plugged it up with this screw, because if you look on the underside of the deck, there's another hole right up here behind this bracket. Again, it's welded. up here behind the bracket that's not plugged. So, I don't know. I'm thinking they use this 28-inch deck for something else besides this mower. Or maybe something in the future. We'll see. But overall, I think she'll last for a while. Commercial-wise mowing, for this price point, you know, $900. It's a large mower to fit in most backyards. I don't do any commercial mowing. I just mow my half-acre yard. We're down here in Houston, so it's St. Augustine grass. It's pretty thick. That's why I don't bag it, because it would take a lot of trash bags to mulch up my half-acre yard. So we'll give her a shot and see how she does.